guys, welcome back to Missy the Mom. As you know, March is Women's Appreciation Month, so we're going to be doing some videos this month all about women's appreciation. So if you would like to take a look, I appreciate you tuning in to our series on women. Okay, so once a month as a woman, you're going to deal with menstruation and everything that comes along with it. So what I'm going to share is just some items that I have found make my journey through menstruation a little more manageable. So what I want to do is just kind of talk about a few things that I've used over the years. I've kind of evolved what I use. Like I was always into the sanitary napkin and tampon situation, but you know about the toxic shock syndrome, the TSS. If you don't, please look it up. Just basically about using cottons that have been bleached and processed and put it into your body. Unfortunately, it can lead to a syndrome called TSS, or toxic shock syndrome, and it can be fatal. So it's not to say that that's going to happen to you necessarily, but the chances of you getting this is a little bit higher if you're a tampon user. So when I found out a little bit more about that, I started trying to look at alternative options. And it just so happened that a friend of mine who I was working with at the time was also kind of dealing with something similar, where she was kind of fearful of, you know, what could be adverse responses to using tampons. So she shared with me this. This is the Diva Cup. And what ends up happening with the Diva Cup is basically you are going to boil it. And this one's not open. Obviously, I'm not going to use a used one for my demo. But you're just going to purchase this. You can purchase this from Kroger or from Walmart. They run about $40. They're quite pricey. Howsoever, I swear by this. Like, I have found that more times than not, this is definitely worth the money. So when you first open it up, as you can see, it's brand new. I just took the plastic off. So this is how it comes. It comes with this, which is kind of just like an outer box that has some important information, guys. It's got a user guide in here. Reading is fundamental. It tells you all about the cup, and it also has a little bag for you to store your cup. And I think that's really cool and important, because nobody really needs to know that you're walking into the bathroom with a Diva Cup. However, so the first thing you'll do is you'll boil the Diva Cup. And once you boil the Diva Cup, it kind of softens it, and it kind of helps you to have a very more positive experience. Because of the heat, what it does is it molds it. So it kind of makes it a little more reasonable. So I'm telling you, there are other ways to sterilize this other than boiling it. But I promise you, if you boil it, it would just make the experience a lot better. So moving on, after you boil it, what you're going to do is you're going to take this once you start your cycle. And as you can see, it's just kind of like a round cup, but it's kind of made like our natural vagina, right? So you're going to kind of like squeeze it like this, and then turn it into a U, a V, or a C, however you do it. And you're going to just kind of, and obviously, you know, you can use gloves if you want, because I keep gloves on me, you know, I just do. So you're going to wash your hands really, really well. You're going to make sure this is perfectly sterilized, boiled, and everything like that. And then you're going to kind of just insert it into your body, and you're going to kind of twist it and push it up. And as you let it go, what it does is it kind of just expands, and it creates like a suction. And what it does is it just kind of holds all of, you know, the discharge from your body during your cycle. And they say you can wear it for up to 12 hours. But I always change, you know, and I empty my cup whenever I use the bathroom. And to be honest, and I'm not trying to be super graphic, but it just is what it is. Your body, your natural body, over time will kind of like just push it down. But you can also like use your muscles, and you can kind of push it down using like the Kegel exercises, or just bearing down, and it kind of comes down on its own naturally. And then you just kind of squeeze it to break the suction, because when you squeeze it, what it does is it goes from this to this, and it just kind of breaks the suction, and you just pull it down, and then you just empty it out in the toilet. You're going to wash your hands. I use Dial antibacterial soap if I'm in the middle of my work day or something like that, and I can't, you know, re-sterilize it. But you just wash it, rinse it out with Dial soap, or There is another product that you can use to wash, but you're not going to use it generally while you're already bleeding and you're already using the cut. So what you do is you just take it, you wash it out, and then you do it again, you reinsert it, and then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, what I do recommend with this is it's not foolproof, it's not 100% leak proof until you have an absolute system for how you're using it. I think over time, the first couple times I used it, I think I had a little bit of leakage, but I did not really install it properly. So once you kind of get a flow for how to put it in your body, because everybody's bodies is different, everybody's canal is a little different. Some of them are shaped a little different, some of them are smaller, some of them are larger. But once you get a good feel for how it works for you, you'll know what you need, what kind of coverage you'll need. They're sized based upon if you've had children or how narrow your body is, but there's really no way to tell, because they say like try the size 2. And I bought this size 2 only because it was the only one that was left, and I wanted to try one to show you guys in my demo, one that was not open. But one thing I will tell you is I can honestly say a size 2 is a little big for me. So a size 1 for me is the way to go, and that's the ones that I use are size 1. So they say to try a size 2 if you've had children. I've had 5 children and I still need a size 1. But then I have a friend who has had no children, and the 2 works better for her. It's just more comfortable for her. So it really just depends. If you can afford to, just try both sizes. You know, 1 month try one size and another month try another size and see what works best for you. Okay, so with that being said, my second item that I absolutely have to talk about to you are the Cora overnight pads. So I get the overnight. So now Cora is a line, and the Cora line is a natural line. It has organic cotton. So it's an organic cotton pad line, and I always choose the overnight because the overnight is the longest. So even if you're like sitting, or you know, you just need a more coverage, a longer coverage option, you don't have to worry about it. You won't have to worry about it. So I choose the overnight. And what the Cora does is, I discovered that the Cora Pads, this is how it comes open. And the Cora Pads really are awesome for you, because what I've discovered, I am a person, I do not like odors. If you know me, you know, I like to smell good. I don't think anybody should smell bad, but certainly not women. I think women should be soft. They should feel soft. Their skin should be soft, and they should smell good. I think you should look like a woman, dress like a woman, act like a woman, smell like a woman. So the Cora Pads are amazing for this. I always love to share that the organic cotton is the best option for you if you can afford it. It tends to be a little more pricey. I think that particular box at Kroger was about $7, give or take 30 cents or 50 cents or so. But what I've noticed is, even if you don't use a cup or a tampon, when you bleed into these, when these are soaked, they don't smell. Because a lot of what you're smelling when you're going to change your napkins, what you're smelling, sometimes your body is obviously discharging, but some of what you're smelling is the chemicals that are in the cotton of the liner or the pad. It interacts with your natural discharge, and it has a very unpleasant smell. So one thing I've noticed is that when you use the organic or unbleached, this one has no chlorophene in it. It's a great product to have. So whether you decide to use a tampon or whether you're just going, just napkin, whatever some people call napkins pads, that's fine. But whatever you decide to use, if you can, I've even converted my daily liners to the natural organic cotton ones, and I'm telling you, it makes a difference. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the unpleasant odors. And obviously you're going to wash your body appropriately so that you don't have it, but I'm saying odors that are caused just from the interaction between the chemicals and the bleach and all that other stuff, that's really not good to put in your body anyway. So the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to shout out Grove and my sister, because my sister Tanis sent me this package from Grove. And Grove Collaborative, they're kind of awesome. It's like a natural plant-based collaborative effort of products and different things from all kinds of different companies who are just plant-based and all kind of like focused on the same thing or centered around the same thing. So I got this in the mail, and it was from my sister Tanis, and she said, "You are doing awesome, Sharandra." I did not know that she actually did say this. I found out after the fact that it was actually Grove. They write little notes on their packages, and I thought that was pretty cool. Now, the Grove Collaborative, I really like them. I've used them. They're not my plant-based natural company of choice. If you have questions about that, I'll share it with you. I use a different company, but I do have to say that their packaging is bomb. Okay, nothing is more pleasant than getting a nice note when you get a package in the mail. And this one came and it was completely like, I wasn't expecting it, but it came and I was like, oh, this is super dope. So anyway, shout out to you, Grove. Y'all did y'all thing. Last thing I want to talk to you about is the Cora Cup Cleanse. Y'all, this is what my sister sent me because I have told everybody about the Diva Cup. And if you're familiar with me, you know I buy things for people a lot. So and I told her, you have to try this. It turns your woman's cycles into like a more pleasant experience, and it's not a nightmare anymore. It keeps things super, super clean. It's not messy, and I love it. And so I told her about it, and what she ended up doing was she ended up sending me this. This is the Cora Cup Cleanse. And so what you do is after your cycle, and it's all natural, of course, because Cora is just bomb about that. But what you do is after your cycle, you take your cup. And goodness, I'm sorry, I don't know what I did with my cup just that quickly. But you take your cup and you use this to cleanse it. And what it does is kind of helps to disinfect it. And you can also use it like in between, like if you're going to insert it, you can just take it and you can clean it. So its concept is keep it clean, thoughtfully formulated, oil-free gel that keeps your cup clean so it's ready when you need it. It has no parabens, no fragrance, no sulfates. Y'all, I'm not sure what's going on today, but I have had like 3 or 4 hours of sleep because I suffer from, no, I don't suffer from, I'm overcoming migraines, and I've had migraines. This morning, y'all, I had the worst migraine, and like sound, light, all that stuff bothered me. I took medication. I prayed about it. I prayed through my sleep. I prayed when I woke up, and I'm feeling a lot better. However, me not being able to sleep very well the past couple nights has really affected me, and I feel like I have like this kind of brain fart situation going on. I don't know why I went that far to share that many details, I guess, about my personal whatever, but y'all have to forgive me that I'm stumbling so much. But anyway, back to this, the cup cleanse. This is bomb. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. It smells really good, and I should have already it kind of smells, I don't know how to explain this smell. It's not, it doesn't have fragrance in it, but what I'm saying is it's a pleasant smell. You know how you have some things that are like natural and you smell them and you're like, ugh. It's not like that. It has a very, very natural smell. So shout out to Cora, shout out to Cora, shout out to the Diva Cup, shout out to Grove, and shout out to my sister for sending me this. That was super, super sweet. I appreciate it. So I hope that I've been able to help you guys with some of this. I really just wanted to do a video just sharing some things, because I know if you're a woman, we have to deal with a lot of stuff, y'all. We have to deal with tenderness, with soreness, with cramping, with pain, headaches, fatigue, body aches, all kinds of things on a regular basis. And these are symptoms that usually indicate that there's a serious issue somewhere, but we have to just deal with it because it just comes with being a woman. So some people call it the curse, but I always tell people, if you don't get the curse, you'll get a blessing, you know, because if you're not getting your monthly cycles, either you're having some kind of malfunction somewhere in your body, or you're pregnant and you're going to be very shortly experiencing a huge blessing. So, you know, it's either the curse or a blessing. So it's awesome to share in, you know, that experience with you, because I know that if you're a woman, you've experienced it. So I hope that these tips will help you. I hope that everything works out well for you if you experience these. Now, give me some feedback. Are there any other items that you guys know of that you can share with me? Because I'm willing to try anything once. You know, those are my items that I absolutely cannot live without: the Diva Cup, the Cora, and then the Cora Cleanse. And I certainly hope that this has been helpful for you. So like I said, like, share, comment, and I'll speak with you soon. Don't forget, God loves you. Be positive. Cover your sisters in prayer whenever you can. I think that prayer changes things. All right, I will talk to you later. God bless.